Hey babes, is anybody here? Hello. Hi. We've got some folks. Oh my gosh, I have friends. Hi guys. I'm early. If you saw my stories about going live at 2, I'm a little early. But that's what we're doing today. We're just early. We're just here. We're just winging it. And you know what I don't do on a regular basis is talk to other humans. So forgive any awkwardness that we might experience today. Hi guys. Oh my gosh. Josie's here. Susie's here. Becky's here. Hi. I think I saw Corey. Oh my gosh. And Nicole's here. Hi, Missy. Oh my gosh. You guys are cute and you're waving. I love this. Hi. Jess is here. Oh my gosh. Hi. Michelle's here. Hi, Sarah. I hope I'm still here. I don't know what happened. I think my watch was like, hey, what's going on with you? What's up, girls? Hi. I love how many people are here. I'm just wanting to chat, honestly. I just wanted to give you guys a couple of updates on some things. Be here with you, hang out, answer some questions. I want to go live a little bit more. Like I want to show my face a little bit more, and just chat with you guys. I don't know, like I feel like sometimes I miss people. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many of you work from home or don't regularly see people, but that's the bus I'm on. So just, I have a little list, so we have a little bit of an agenda, but we are basically just gonna wing it. You guys, hi Jen, hi Elizabeth is here. What's up, girlfriend? Yeah, so it is a little bit difficult to just start up conversations, and so rarely do you miss work people. I know I don't miss them every day. But like sometimes I'm like, I'm not good at this anymore. My job used to be literally talking to people all day. And I don't do that anymore. And I wondered why I was so exhausted when I would come home. And now I understand why. Michelle needs people. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally know there's just some people it just doesn't work. It would not be a good thing for your personality. I totally understand. Totally get it. Hey, Mandy. Ramona's in the house. Hey, babe. Oh my gosh, so many friends. I wanted to start off with just a little bit of a magazine update. I actually slipped and called it Retro Hip Magazine yesterday. Shame on me. Because if you didn't know, we changed the name to Crafty Babe Magazine. I think I need to do like a where we started little live with the magazine and kind of getting like a little bit of the history out there for those of you who have not been following me since way back when it started. But hey, Shannon's here. I bet you have enjoyed not having your students just for a little bit, but I'm sure you'll be ready to get back to it soon. So the Crafty Babe magazine, issue number 25 is available for pre-sale. Just wanted to give you a little reminder if you have not ordered your pre-sale or signed up for a brand new subscription, that is open until the 7th. So we are only doing a 1-week pre-sale right now. And then it kind of goes into production mode and then we see what's left over. At the end. Oh, Christina's here. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, I love that you love your Crafty Babe tee. I'm so glad. Oh, I love it. I should have been sporting my merch today. Oh, well, I'm sporting a little retro Star Wars action today. Okay, so then also another quick shop update is the June stamps are going to be available on the 8th. So like after the pre-sale closes, then we'll open up the shop for the 2 new stamps. And I kind of want to get your guys's opinion here. Should I show you the other stamp right here on this live? Should I do that? Do you want to see it? I want to see some hearts or some somethings or whatever. Like, I want to see something for you guys to tell me that you want to see the new stamp, because I will show you. I have already posted about the DRE Alpha Lower. You guys are really excited. Yes. Corey says, yeah. So this is the DRE Lower. As you can tell, I've been using it. It's pretty fun. It's really fun to mix and match with the upper. So this will be in the shop on the 8th. So let me tell you a little about this next stamp. I was making a page for Kelly Bangs. I'm on her creative team, and I was making a page using her love story collection that came out a couple months ago. Maybe it was last month. I forget. Everything's like, I've lost sense of time. And I was scrapbooking about a like now and then situation. Like, it was a picture of me in front of a job that I had back when I met my husband. And we went back there and we took a new picture in front of that place because we both worked like 2 doors away from each other. Yes, you absolutely need to have the lower. So I was finding myself wanting to use a phrase like 20 something years ago, or I needed something like a stamp that talked about the past and not just the recent past. Like, a lot of our stamps just say like, this was great, or loved this, or, you know, I mean, obviously there's more to it, but a lot of the sentiments don't go really far back. And so I started thinking, what would I want this to say? And that became a stamp set. I actually had a big long list of things I wanted to say on this stamp, and then I took it to my team and I asked them for their additions. So it is a collaborative effort, and I'm so grateful for them because they had some really, really, really amazing ideas. So this stamp set is called Memory Lane, and it's going to be backwards for you guys, but as you can see, there's just going to be 2 font styles with different sentiments that say things like, looking back, wish I would have known a long time ago, where did the time go, takes me back, the best of times, missing this, raised on this, the good old days, stuff like that. So it's been super fun to actually oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You guys are excited. Thank you so much. I love the name too. I went through a couple of different names, but this is the one that really stuck. So I'm super excited. I've obviously, as you can tell, I've been creating with this one as well. And then there's 2 little hearts, an outline and a regular of my new Crafty Babe heart shape. And hi, Janet, how are you? Yay, I know. This one's a really fun one. It just felt like it was something that was missing. I didn't have anything like that in my stash, so I figured why not create one. So yeah, it is a really, really fun, and I cannot wait to show you guys the pages that I've done using this stamp set. I used it on a Kelly Bangs project that's coming out soon because I'm crafting like old pictures of my parents in their Western wear, which is the most adorable thing ever. And then I have a picture of my sister and I dressed up like little cowgirls, like we were gonna go dancing like my parents. So really, really super fun. So anyway, that is shop housekeeping. And let me know if you have any questions. Did I say Chandel was here? Because I saw her and then I'm not sure if I said your name. So Chandel's in the house. Okay, so you guys had some really fun questions. Actually, I wrote some things down. Mostly what I'm going to talk about actually came from Memory Keepin' Mama, Amber Lee. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself if you say the whole name Amber Lee, like if that's how you say it, or if like Lee is just a middle name. I don't know. Anyway, a lot of these actually came from her because she had some questions that kind of were in the same thread. So I thought that I would talk about it. And it's basically like crafty ruts and staying in a creative flow. And she also had a question about go-to supplies, which I thought was actually a really good thing to talk about when it comes to being in a crafty rut or needing some extra mojo, because I've personally been there many times. I'm personally there like at the moment. I get into very like cyclical ways of creating because I create digitally so much. Nora Ann is here. She has joined the live. Hi, sweetheart. I get into spaces where I don't want to create on the computer and I don't want to create, on paper or both at the same time, and I just want to veg. Like, there are definitely times when I don't have the motivation to sit and craft. So when I have to, like, I know I need to get creating, like I know I have this time, I want to, like my brain and my heart is like, honey, we need to sit and craft, like we need to work with paper. But I feel out of practice even after a few days. And Chandel will laugh at this because we've actually had this conversation before. It's like, I still feel like I can only craft on the weekends because I worked for so long and the weekends were my crafty time. It's like my clock hasn't fixed itself to know that I can actually sit at my desk and craft during the week if I wanted to. But it's a weird thing that, so I can go like 5 or 6 days without physically crafting with paper. And so for me, I love warm-up crafts. I love crafts like a page that's just sticking down all yellow things, or just taking a pile of like, I just grab stuff and I just find 4 or 5 things that match or that coordinate and I just plop them down on the paper. Like, and I try not to make it matter. I try not to use a photo or a story that's like really important. I kind of maybe will go into my stash of old, like not old photos, but photos that didn't make the cut as far as like what I'm going to scrapbook about or what I'm going to include. And I'll just go grab a random photo and just try to play with something. Or I'll just get a bunch of stamps out and I'll just make a stamp collage because you kind of do have to, like, it's like warming up the engine on a cold day. You kind of just have to get that going. You have to just get the motor running, right? And warm-up crafts for me, I never share my warm-up crafts because I'm never proud of them. And that is okay. I also have to remember that I craft for myself, but obviously I have this, space where I like to share what I make, but I don't always like to share what I make. So those warm-up crafts typically they never see the light of day. I never even take pictures of them, to be honest. So, and that's okay. It's okay to just like keep some stuff for yourself. It's not like it's personal or anything. So I just don't share them, and that's okay. But I also try to keep things really simple, and I do not try when I'm in a place where I'm just not feeling very creative, but I know I got to get started. I will just do the simplest thing. I will literally just make an unpocket page. I will get 3 cards and 1 photo, and I will just try to find things that coordinate, because playing with paper too, like coordinating a few cards that go with a picture or finding some supplies that match with some cards, like that is really super helpful to me as well. I do actually consider that a warm-up. Making little mini kits, it is super helpful to not only like spark your inspiration when you're like reacquainting yourself with your own supplies. That's super helpful too, is getting into the groove of things. So warm-up crafts are always like the first thing that I do. The other thing I was going to talk about was supplies, and using just very simple supplies, like the things that you already know how to use. Like if you're the kind of person that likes to try a lot of new things, but you're comfortable with a couple things, like if you're really super comfortable with mixed media, then maybe that's where you start to just get yourself warmed up. But if you're not comfortable with mixed media, that's probably not the best place to start if you're trying to get yourself warmed up. So that's what I like to do, playing with colors, just mixing things, as far as just like gathering up things that could work together for a potential page is super helpful. And the supplies, little tidbit to this is like, I'm really comfortable using pocket cards, labels, tickets, staples, like very, very easy to use things, hearts, stuff like that. So I will just kind of avoid all of the other things. Like I'm probably not going to try to figure out how to use this half of a frame if I'm just struggling to get started. Or, I'm not going to try to use a bunch of flair or a bunch of enamel dots or anything like that. So go with what you're most comfortable with using, that you already know all kinds of different ways to use them, and you're not going to like struggle to figure it out. Like I wouldn't suggest using a brand new supply that you've like never used before. So that is definitely what I would suggest. We warm up for the other things, so we need it for crafting too. Absolutely. You warm up to work out. Some people warm up to eat, like with a pre-dinner snack. Like I get that. Yes, totally. Warm up is the perfect way to describe it. So what has stopped me lately is the thought of printing all the photos. That has me frozen. Okay, I want to talk about photos too. Okay, so if you're a Crafty Babe crew member, you have a video to watch for June, and it is about my printing process, a little bit about my printing process. Like I've already printed my photos, and I'm kind of just walking you through what I do with my photos while I'm kind of trimming them out. So we're just having a little chat before we work on a page together. That video is actually going to get cut into 2 videos, and then I'm going to put those separately onto my YouTube channel next month when they're not exclusive anymore. But one thing that trips people up a lot is the printing, because unless you're keeping up on it, it feels very, very, very difficult to keep up with. So I'm always going to suggest this. I've suggested this for probably 7 years. Have a process and have a routine or a rhythm or something to where you're regularly printing your photos, whether that's sending them off to Walmart or to Persnickety or printing them at home. Like find your process and then be consistent with making sure that you're getting them printed. If you're in a place like where you're just frozen and you just don't know where to start at the most recent. Start with something that really lights your fire. Like I would not start with where you left off. Like if you haven't printed photos since last November, please do not start by printing your December photos. Like don't do that. And I would say use that same suggestion. I've used this suggestion for a long time, is that if somebody's new to scrapbooking, they would ask, where do you start? And I would always say with the most recent. And it's going to spark you. It's going to excite you and make you want to get crafting versus, and I would say just print like 2 pages of photos, or print just something from one event or something from 1 week, or however you're like grouping and batching your photos. Scrap and Page says, I find myself not printing because I don't know what size I want it to be until I plan the page. So that is definitely an issue for a lot of people. I've kind of dumbed it down for myself so that I am only printing 2 sizes of photos. And that has helped, because when I was doing Project Life and the big 12 by 24 big pocket pages, I was doing the same thing. And I was wasting a lot of photos too. You just need to come up with a standard size, and you need to just be okay with every photo is going to be 3 by 4, and you're just going to make your page around that. And if you get to working on your page and you feel like, oh, this photo would be really cool if it was bigger, well, then just print it bigger right then and there. But have a template ready to go so that you can do that easily, and it doesn't take away from like that really like hot creative time. It does get super overwhelming, friend. It is I know. I have a routine where I'm printing every single month. I have a template where I pop all of my photos in, and I know I have a family size template, and I have a 3x4 template, and I kind of go, is this a family photo? Is this a personal photo? And sometimes they'll get duplicated. Like there's pictures of the garden that I want to put in my family book, but I also want to put in my personal book. So I'll just print them both sizes. So it's just part of that prep process of when you're printing your photos that you kind of have to just go through. I do batch all my photos. Like I print 3 to 4 weeks worth of photos at a time, and then I organize them all at once, and I date them all at once. So I do this whole process like once a month so that I'm not constantly trying to print photos, because that takes a lot away from my actual creativity, because to me that's boring work, and I can do that while like watching a show or something. Somehow I ended up years ago with so many different pocket page templates. Girl, me too. I just ended up tossing them. Once I decided I was not doing 12 by 12 anymore, I was like, I'm hanging on to these. I'm never going to go back to the size. Because I think we did that when Becky Higgins started coming out with all kinds of different, formats, not formats, but like configurations. And I was like, well, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. And then I got myself into like a tailspin of like, well, if I do this, oh, hi, Cammie. Hi, babe. If I do this, configuration, well, then I need this many photos. And it got so confusing. And I was like, this needs to be simpler. So for me, simplifying things has just made it so much easier. So yeah, easy supplies, easy printing. Start from your most recent stuff and work your way back. Hey, Kelly. Hi, babe. Oh my gosh. Hey, girl. What's up, Betsy? You're here. That's so awesome. I want to look at some more of your guys' questions. I don't know why I didn't write more of them down. Like, did I think I was just going to have like a million words for your guys' questions, for like 3 questions? Elaine wants to know about roller skating. I love skating. Bye, Josie. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad that we got to spend lunch with you. Thank you. Okay, Nicole says, I put my photos right when I'm about to make the page. The printer's like 2 feet away, and I just do it right as I'm about to make it. If that process works for you, girl, keep it up. Keep it up, because like if you've got your process and you know that it's going to take you a certain amount of time and you can like plan for that mentally, oh my gosh, just do it. Absolutely. So Lisa King, I just talked a little bit about my photo printing by post printing process. But I did talk a lot about, what happens after I print. Let's see. Friend of mine just hurt herself skating this morning. Oh no. Wear protection. I follow several skaters who are obviously way ahead in their skill level than I am, but they still fall a lot. And I saw one of them, she wears no gear. She doesn't wear wrist guards or anything, nothing. And she wears like shorts and tank tops and skirts and whatever. And she, like tumbled on the concrete, and her caption was like, look, I refuse to wear gear. I know what I got myself into. And like, I totally get that. But she's probably in her 20s and can recover a lot faster than somebody like me in their 40s. But it's just, oh, that's okay, Betsy, if you can't stay. I'm just so glad that you popped in. Thank you so much. It was so good to see your little face. But I do wear the gear that I wear wrist guards, because I feel like if I were to fall, I'm going to go hands first. I know that that's what I do. And if I were to hurt my hands, that would really be a detriment to my work. If I fall on my behind, I have a very sensitive back and a very sensitive tailbone. I put tailbone protection back there. So that way, if I fall back there, at least I won't bruise as much. So I have fallen, and I actually don't fall very hard, thankfully. I don't know. I guess I'm not as risky, maybe. I don't like go do things super fast. So, yeah, your friend's younger. Yeah. It doesn't take as long to recover when you're just a little on the younger side. Let's see, more roller skating questions. I actually just skated this morning and it was beautiful out, and I sweated up a storm because it's getting really warm. But it just felt so good, and I have not been working out. I have not been lifting weights in about 4 weeks. So I feel like at least if I'm skating, I'm moving and doing something active. So, oh, I know you used to love skating. Yeah, it's so hard after just your body kind of starts telling you you have limitations. It is definitely frustrating. I know that so much. And for me, I take risks as far as if I fall and I land on my butt, well, my back is going to kill me. But it's worth it to me just because it's so much fun. I feel so free and I love learning new things. It's good. I'm so grateful that I decided to pick up some skates and that I decided to actually do it and get out there. I don't like to say that I'm going to do stuff and then not do it. Like I absolutely hate that. Okay. Vanessa V with 3, she asked how to get started again. She's overwhelmed with how many old pictures she has. And I wanted to actually address that in just saying the same type of thing of starting at your most recent memories and your most recent and your most sparky ideas that come up, just because it's so much easier to scrapbook more recent memories than it is to scrapbook old memories. Once you start remembering things and you start getting into this memory keeping mode, scrapbooking older photos actually becomes a lot easier. So how's my piano learning going? I haven't sat at the piano in a couple of days. It's been, maybe about 5 days. And it's amazing how quickly you forget everything. I was doing so good. And it felt almost like starting over, which really sucks. It's like you lose it if you don't use it. So, but I'm still working on Ophelia because it's still something that, it's like one of those songs you just know how it's supposed to sound. Oh, bye. Oh, have fun at your concert for your birthday. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Have a great day, hun. So yeah, I felt very out of practice. So I just tootled around and just practiced for 10 or 15 minutes and definitely felt like, okay, it's just that muscle memory. If it's not there, you totally lose it. So it's going okay. It's going all right. I wish that I could sit there every day, but I mean, literally it's right there. I don't know why I couldn't sit there every day, but I look at it and I'm just like, oh, I should sit at the piano and just play. And I don't know why I don't. So, another thing I want to talk about was keeping your creativity going, because this was another comment that was kind of a little bit more, about that, is doing other creative things other than paper crafting. Having other kinds of crafty endeavors and crafty passions for me has been, kind of how I stay motivated. Or I feel like we're all very kindred spirits here as far as we kind of just feel like we need to craft. We need to be crafty. We need to create things. We need to make things. We need to play with our hands. That's a natural thing for us. So I want to just encourage you to find another crafty thing that you like. If it's, sewing or painting, embroidery, DIY home decor stuff. I would absolutely 100% consider home decor stuff as being creative. Take 5 minutes and find a few things around your house and change up where they live and make a couple of new little changes to your mantle or a table that you decorate on or something like that. I find that when I am feeling frustrated and like a lack of motivation for my main love, which is paper crafting, that all I have to do is find myself another little craft to do, like another little creative thing. And by the time I get like done with that, I am like so ready to go back to paper crafting. It does not take long. It does not take long at all. So for me, that is definitely something. Get yourself into another kind of craft. And it will absolutely spark. Oh, bye, honey. Oh, I'm so glad that you came. I don't know if I'll do this weekly. I'm not sure, but that's actually a pretty good idea. I mean, I did call this Friday Chat with Dre, so you never know. Never know. Bye, sweetheart. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap up very soon because at 2 o'clock I'm gonna go watch Kelly's live in the set sale and sticker cruise that some of us are on. Give a little cruise ship emoji if you can find it, and it's like not one of those most popular ones, but if you are part of the set sale and sticker situation that's happening in the Crafty Me app. For those of you who are just joining, I am about to wrap up, but I will make sure that this goes onto my video so you'll be able to watch the replay. But I am going to keep your questions. I have a lot of other things I would love to chat with you guys about. So when I have, when I decide to go live again, I'll give you guys some warning and I will pop a little question on there. Yes, Missy's in, she's in. So I don't want anybody to be late for Kelly's live because she's doing a low level Lido craft, and I have kind of feeling like I need to get a little crafty now. So I will give you guys some pre-warning and I'll give you guys a chance to answer some questions unless I have like a specific topic that I already want to talk about. But I love when you guys ask me stuff. So, and please feel free to, ask questions while we're on the live. I love that too. Like a little Q&A. I'm totally all about it. So I don't mind you guys leading the conversation at all because again, like I said in the beginning, talking to people and starting conversations, not my favorite thing. It just is not that natural to me anymore. So that's okay. I have loved hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to get your pre-order in for the magazine if you have not already, and check the shop. You can even join my email list if you're not already on my email list. That way you won't miss when there's updates to the shop and new items for you to get, like the fun stamps that are about to drop next week. All right, guys, I will see you later. Bye.